Let's see. Welcome to the Magnolia. There's our table. I don't have it set up because my husband's gone. But that's where we sit outside and play cards out at night. It's very quiet at this moment. Alright. Inside, you hear our air condition. It's a noisy beast right here. In fact, if you sit right here, you're in the cold spot, the hot spot. You have to keep blankets there because the air conditioner blows directly. You see this moving? Oh, it feels so good. But yeah, if you're the unlucky one to sit here, you're the one who's going to freeze. So there's my workspace for today. Get my phone out. We are in, we just got the boat, and we live in Mississippi, and we bought the boat in Florida. So basically, our plan was to get the boat from Florida to Mississippi this summer and travel back with it. And so what I thought we'd be doing a lot of anchoring and motoring, we're not. We're actually docking and marining because storms came and we couldn't get out in time. So we are actually going to hire somebody to pull the boat and drive the boat on rigs to Mississippi. So now that we're anchoring, it's a whole different thing. I'm not anchoring, but now that we're marining, it's a whole other thing. I'm using my Instapot like crazy because I have the electricity of the marinas, and that is like my number one thing on the boat to cook with, versus if we were anchoring out, I'd be using my solar oven. So let's go, and I'll show you. But we're in moving mode, so there's a lot of clutter and things trying to get settled. In fact, I did laundry yesterday. There's my husband's laundry. He's not here today. This is the queen bed, mine and my husband's room. I wanted bright, thin. It's very important. I had to think about everything that I bought for the boat. Everything has a purpose. Even, you see even that, it's collapsible for storage. And you would think, oh, it's just, no, everything, even these little bins, I've learned that plastic bins don't go well on the counters, but these are more easy to adapt. And so that's the thing about these bins instead of the plastic bins. Now I have plastic bins hiding up under places where they can store better. But, and yesterday, or the day before at the beach, you can't see the glitter. Oh, look at the sparkles. I bought it because of that, and it feels kind of cool. And just looking at it as an author, I already got a story in my head just from looking at this. It's crazy. I'm like, no more stories. That, and it's sci-fi. I don't really write sci-fi as much as I write fantasy. No aliens. But, so this is the queen bed my husband and I sleep in. A lot of storage there, some there. We got our bins, and then we've got storage hidden behind here. So storage is important. And then moving on to the kitchen. The funny story about the plates, we still haven't found it. The first week we got on the boat, when I got moved on the boat, we had 4 plates, and 4 of everything from the previous owners. And within a week, and it was just my husband and I and our 2 children, one of the plates goes missing. We still have yet to find the plate, and I still have yet to hear a child or husband say, oh, I know where the plate is. But, somebody knows where the plate is. It's gone, along with a little scrubby brush. So, as you can see, collapsible bins everywhere. This is my daughter's room. The one thing about a boat is there's always something to fix. And last night, when I was putting her sheets on, and once again, these are so soft, and they're super bright, and that's what I was looking for. These are full-size beds, but there was black oil or something under her bed thing. So, since my husband's not here, I washed it down, lifted the mattress, and have the fan there drying it for my husband to get back and see what is going on, and that is on him. And this daughter, oh my goodness, so she's not on the boat now, but as you can see, she brought a mermaid's tail, 2 jean jackets, another jacket, so much stuff. You know, half of it now is with their own, our kids are on at a friend's house right now. Oh my goodness. And a yo-yo, a bag of balloons. And this room is packed if she were here, and she'll be back, not this weekend, but next weekend. And so, yeah, this room will be packed with, my little teenage daughter is a hoarder and puts everything everywhere. Over here, we have the matching bedroom, which is another full-size bed for my son. And right now, since he's not here, I have moved my paddleboard equipment in and got it from outside. So, when he gets back, I won't have to move my paddleboard equipment out. But another full bed for him. And these storage bins, I have many storage bins, but this brand right here is the best. They're the most expensive, but they have held all kinds of stuff. To the point, speaking of storage, this little swinging hammock is where I store all my chips. And it's funny because, it's not funny, but this one stays up. We've sailed with it, it's rocked back and forth. And then there's this one, exact same brand, exact everything, but it will probably, I put it up again this morning, and it will probably fall by today. If not today, tomorrow. But I'm pretty certain it'll fall today. And, you know, I haven't given up. I keep putting it back up, and eventually I'm going to buy more little thingies to put up there, but it's just a battle that I'm battling. These little things are just everywhere. Suction cups everywhere all over the boat and sticky things. It's all about storage is the number one thing. And because we're at a marina, we have a microwave. If we were anchored out, no, we could not use the microwave. But that's the difference. It's a little bit tight going through here because, like I said, we're still trying to get settled and decide where we put stuff. And because I thought we were anchoring out, I brought a lot more than we need. Once we get the boat home, and I'll be pulling a lot of this off the boat and putting it back at the house. And then when we go out, we'll just go out on wicked trips. But right now, we're living on the boat for the entire summer. So because of that, I had to bring an entire box of teas and more teas in that bag. And, you know, you can never have enough teas or books, or, you know, you just can't have enough of that. So anyways, here is a bathroom, our bathroom on the Gemini. And it's pretty much like any other bathroom except for whenever I shower, it's a little bitty shower. My husband, he uses the shower off the boat most usually. It's rare. I think he's only used this shower twice because he's 6 foot and I'm only 5 feet. And see, I fit here a whole lot easier. It's a little bit tight. And so you run the shower, and then whenever you need to drain the water, you push this button right here, and it sucks the water down into the floorboard or gets rid of it. And so that's how that works. And of course, since we're on the ocean and on the water, I try to make sure everything on the boat is good for the environment. So there's a lot of homemade disinfectant sprays. And in fact, this one's broken. These little pods are all over the boat that I made. This one looks a little rough. But I made these before we left. They're cute little baking soda and water pods and everything. And they're awesome to put in hiding spots all over the boat. It absorbs odors, and plus I put certain essential oils on there to keep any little bugs away or anything like that. And so that's what. And of course, because I'm at the marina, I can always use my diffusers. And I'm all about my diffusers. And so on this boat, there's a lot of, it's green. It's good for the environment is what I try to do. We bought the air conditioner, brand new. We bought it before we even got on the boat, and it broke at the beginning of this month. So when we pulled into this, it broke right before we pulled out of Jekyll Island, and so it was fine the night that we were anchored out. We anchored out all alone on this marsh, and we could put the windows up, and it was a breeze, and it was awesome. And then we moved into this marina, and we couldn't find anybody to come out for 7 days. I mean, we were calling everywhere, and 4th of July was coming, and finally thank goodness, we finally got someone out within a day, because this boat reached, oh my goodness, 100 degrees. And so it was just hot, and there was no way we could have stayed on this boat longer. But the point is, something is always breaking on a boat. We learned that when we rented a monohull 2 years ago, and that was a rental charter boat. The air conditioning in it went out, and it was at the end of July. And so, not cool. I've been telling my husband that July and August is pretty much off limits for doing a lot of major sailing in the deep south, because it's just so hot and so humid about that. It's not, last summer we were in New York and Maine and Boston for 4th of July. And you know what? We actually bought sweatshirts in Maine because it was cold. That is where you need to be in July, not in the deep south where I'm from. And I'm all about my sweat. I've lived in New Jersey, and I won't do it again because I am southern. I will take gators and hot and humid mosquitoes. I could do without the palmetto bugs. That's one thing that this area has, is palmetto bugs. And if you don't know what that is massive cockroaches, and they have wings and they fly. And last night, unluckily, I didn't get my laundry out of the laundry room here, which is very nature and natural, and I knew it. So sure enough, when I went and it was evening, I went to turn the light on in the laundry room, and I did not turn the light on because there was huge palmetto bug right by the light switch, and they were everywhere. And so I held my breath and as quick as possible got the laundry out and brought it on the boat. And I'm from Florida. I was raised around them, and so I guess I've never liked them, and there's nothing going to make me like those things. Oh, and the one thing that a good thing to know is everything on this boat works great. I can use the air conditioner with the electricity, except for, believe it or not, my tea kettle. If we're anchored, I use the gas for tea kettle. But if we're on the marina, I use mine from home, my electric one, and I have to turn this off, or turn the air conditioner off if I'm going to use my tea kettle, because it gets hot super fast. My husband says because it gets hot super fast, it pulls a lot of power, and it'll trip the fuse. And so there we have it. So that, but I can actually use my Instapot, and it does nothing. I can run it with the air conditioner, which is great because the Instapot is like a lifesaver on the boat. Other little lifesavers on the boat is obviously chocolate. Have to have that, but no essential oils. I just brought a few from home, not many. Here's the funny coconut oil. It's liquid today. This has gone from liquid to solid to liquid to solid, back and forth. Unfortunately, that's not good for it. But humidity, it pretty much has been in a liquid state for consistently lately, although yesterday it was like a gel state. So it's just back and forth. And that, I think that is it. Of course, the refrigerator on this boat is like a hotel refrigerator. It's pretty big, but not, it's pretty small, the freezer section. And then there's the fridge section. And since it's just my husband and I on the boat, and now he's gone off the boat, it's just me, I don't have to stuff it. When the kids get back, there's a lot more food for them to grab and a lot more food in the fridge. But not today, because I haven't been to the grocery store in a while and there's no need for it. Oh yeah, my husband, since we were not driving the boat back, he bought a TV and brought the Xbox and all. So now the kids have something to do. At first we didn't do that, or I wasn't planning on doing that. And so let's see, this boat is, I guess y'all would want to know that, this boat is a 2010 Gemini 105 NC, and so that's pretty much what you've just toured.